The truth is, there's something mind-blowing that happens to you the moment you start investing and you see the potential of what could actually be. But I guess not a lot of people are actually talking about it because it doesn't necessarily get you a lot of views on YouTube. Why do I think you should start investing? And this could also be the start of the most eye-opening and life-changing experience that you've ever had. When I talk to multiple people about investing in the stock market, they always say one of these things. I don't know how it works. I don't want to lose money. I don't have the money to start investing. I don't need to do that right now, or I don't trust myself to pick the right stock. The reason why I personally started investing was because the norm wasn't working. Going to school, getting a job, relying on a paycheck. I felt stuck. And I was willing to do anything, and I did. And something insane happened to me in the process. Most of you are probably thinking to yourself, what did he do? I'm about to tell you, but if you don't listen carefully, you might miss it. I created a program, which is essentially a 12-week class where I teach people how to win emotionally with money, how to create a budget that doesn't feel like a budget, how to start investing in the stock market, and how to stay invested in the stock market. I just told you what I did, but you might have missed it. I essentially paid someone thousands of dollars to teach me everything that I am offering to teach you. And going on that journey enabled me to go from having $0 in investments to having over $23,000 invested in just 1 year. And guess what? I was only making $36,000 from my 9-to-5 job after taxes. To put this into context, because some of you might be like, $23,000 isn't actually a lot of money to have saved and invested in a year. The general consensus for saving and investing is about 10 to 15% of your monthly or yearly income. Now let's use the 10% as the standard for what I should have done. So I was making $36,000 a year. 10% of $36,000 is $3,600. So ideally, I should have had $3,600 saved and invested in the stock market. But guess what? I had over 5 times that amount. So what did I do? I know some of you are probably thinking to yourself, how do you have $23,000 saved and invested when you were only making $36,000 a year? Do you still live with your parents? You must be ultra frugal. You must have a secret job that you aren't telling us about. And the answer is no. No, I don't still live with my parents. I am not ultra frugal. I am conscious of how I spend money and where I put my money, but not ultra frugal. And no, I don't have another job, at least not in the way that most people would think of it. The truth is, there's something mind-blowing that happens to you the moment you start investing and you see the potential of what could actually be. But I guess not a lot of people are actually talking about it because it doesn't necessarily get you a lot of views on YouTube, or probably it doesn't affect every single person the same way. But if you're still watching, I guess you're one of the few people that it would affect the same way it affected me. When I started investing in the stock market, I became overwhelmed with so much. I wish someone would have told me that I would constantly be checking my portfolio every single day and basically give myself a panic attack. And I would have unrealistic expectations of what returns I hoped to gain from the stock market. A 2023 survey carried out by Vanguard showed that investors anticipated a 5.7 return over the next year and a 7.2 return over the next decade. But unfortunately, these expectations even surpassed Vanguard's own forecast of 4.2 to 6.2% over the next decade. I remember when I started investing, I had a hard reality check, constantly checking my portfolio every single day and seeing little or no change at all made me rethink my strategy. Some other issues I faced was trying to time the market or making emotional decisions with my money because the market wasn't looking promising. But those weren't even the main impact that I really wanted to talk about in this video. I mean, those things that happened to me were impactful both negatively and positively depending on the way you look at it, but that isn't really the crux of the matter. But what investing in the stock market actually did for me was it created an entrepreneurial spirit within me. The moment I started understanding the stock market even more and I learned about compounding interest and I saw what my money could potentially turn into, I became more eager to look for more sources of income. I even asked friends to give me their old items so I could sell those items for a profit. I started reading more books. I paid a business coach to help me look for ways I could make more money on the side and how to grow and start a successful business. But I quickly realized that starting a business and seeing profit isn't the easiest thing. I eventually tried to cut out more out of my day-to-day spending so I could have more disposable income within my current income so I could invest more into the stock market. But I came to realize that that strategy was limited because it was coming from a limited source. I was spending a lot of my time trying to make a little bit of someone else's money. Then my convictions on the fact that a regular 9 to 5 isn't a wealth building machine became stronger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if you're working for a good company and you like what you're doing in your 9 to 5 and you saved and invest a portion of your monthly income over the next 30 to 40 years, you have the possibility to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And if you took part of my program, you could even find a way to do that and still live a fulfilling life without feeling like you're actually budgeting. And that is where I started from. I started investing a portion of my income monthly, which is a good place to start from. But what happens when you want to do more? What happens when that's not enough? What happens when your dreams are bigger than your income? When I started my business, I started it for personal, selfish reasons. Because I just wanted to see my portfolio grow and expand. I wanted to have more money so I could buy freedom. I could have more vacations, more free time to spend with my family, which isn't really selfish if you think about it. But while creating the model that I currently follow with my business coach, it made me realize that this is bigger than me. It's bigger than the investment portfolio, the cars, the houses, the vacation. But it's about having a sense of purpose, the ability to change someone's life in a way that surpasses the physical. And I would have never have gotten to that point if I never started investing. Why do I think you should start investing? Because if you're still watching this far, then you could be one of the few people that starting investing could actually affect in the same way that it affected me. This could be the start of your entrepreneurial journey. And this could also be the start of the most eye-opening and life-changing experience that you've ever had. That being said, I hope to hear your own story soon. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.